Hey there, it's Tom here from Reseller Gaming. Just want to do this quick video showing my top 3 ways of earning bottle caps and money in Fallout 4. One of them is a glitch, which I wouldn't normally condone glitch exploitation, but being as it's a single player game, I think it's fair play. There's nothing wrong with that really. And then the other 2 ways are through farming. Now I'm here at the castle, just to show you some of the other bits. So basically, the first one is planting crops. Now you've got to make sure you've got enough settlers for this because they will have to tend to them. And then what you do, these examples here is with corn and mute fruit. So you just plant them in a row, then you go along the row like this, pressing X along the way, picking up all the corn as you go. Now it's quite labour intensive. You pick it all up, and then what you do is you take it over to a vendor that you either will have built or if there's one already there, and sell it there for caps. Now these regenerate I think once every 24 in-game, I think it's like every in-game day. So as long as you've got the settlers to tend to them and everything provided for the settlers, then you should be fine really. The only downside is it's quite labour intensive. You can, obviously because if they're here, you can accidentally talk to the settlers, which is annoying. And then also the weight of the items to carry them around. Now you can see here I've got a load of tomatoes growing. Now in the background there you can see the second way of earning bottle caps, which, if I can get up there, you can see my defences are being bristled. So yeah, you've got to have quite a lot of resources to do this, so you're going to have to do some grinding beforehand to get all the necessary resources. But the glitch that I'll explain in a bit might help you with this. So basically you build a load of generators because you're going to need quite a bit of power for this. And then, where are we? And then over here you can see I've got absolute ruck of water purification things. These are the large ones. The best sort of settlements for this are here, Spectacle Island, and anywhere that's got a good source of water. So as you can see I've got quite a lot of these. And not only do these increase your water on, you can see I've got 452, but they also produce purified water which every in-game day gets popped into your workshop. So if I go in here, I haven't been for a while, so you should see, go into aid, you see there I've got 253. So if I just, I'll pick them all up. And then what you can do is you can go over to a vendor, and then let's talk to them.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Barter.
Let's take a look.
Great.
And then go into aid and go down to purify water. You can see the corn you can sell for 4 a piece, so it's not bad, but it is fairly labour intensive. Good when you're starting out, when you haven't got the materials to do the purified water. And the purified water, you can see you get 13 each. So if I sold all these, I'd get 3,289 caps, which is a good way of building up. I mean, as you can see, I've got 83,000 caps, which is more than enough to buy pretty much anything that I need in the game. The last way, which is the exploit, which I'll try and explain now, is basically it's using raw materials, basic raw materials, and it's a glitch where you drop them and you both pick them up and scrap them at the same time. So I've got some silver, which I'll show you. It's got to be a base material, so you can't do it with like an item like corn or something, but it's got to be something that you can scrap, like bone, silver, gold, wood, metal, that sort of thing. But if you do it with like a desk fan, it does work, but it puts the desk fan back into your inventory and then the scrap material separately. So that can be another way of doing it. So what I'll do is I'll drop it. Now it's better to do it where it's a single item like this. Sometimes it'll split it into multiple, pick them back up again, then drop them again, and it should have stacked them. Now what you do is, so you've dropped it, now you go into workshop mode like this. You just got to be careful that the dog or whatnot doesn't knock it flying, and then you hover over. Now what you want to do is you want to press the scrap button and slide your finger quickly over to the store button. On the PlayStation it's square and circle. So I press scrap and then immediately slide over to circle and hold that down. So if you do it right, 2 bars should appear like this. Now I'm still holding my finger down on the circle, because if I let go it'll cancel that and just go back to the store silver and workshop. So while pressing the circle button, I press the X button. So you see we have 14 silver there, so that will have scrapped that. But now I've let go of the circle button, I can also store it. So then if I come out of that and go into my workshop, I should have 28 silver. So I go into junk and scroll all the way down to S. Eventually get there. There we go, 28 silver. So then if I pick that up, try and do it on a flat piece of ground where you haven't built on, it's just easier to see. So then if I go in again, drop it. Now this time it might go into 2. So then if I pick them both up and then do it again. There we go, it's gone into 1 bar. Now I'll go into workshop mode. And, oh, see I haven't done it right there. Can't do it now. There we go, 2 boxes come up, so I'll scrap it and pick it up. So we had 28. So then if we go back in. And this is really good for doing like wood and metal. Steel for building up things like that, also building the generators. I haven't just found this out, so I built all the stuff up there through grinding for materials. It took absolutely ages. Gold's a good one to do it for, because you know, value 9, so good value. I mean, still purified water's still better than gold, so that is a good way of doing it. But this you see there, 50 in a matter of time. I got 56 silver. So I can pick those up and go and sell them. Now don't go over about 50,000 of any item, because you can have it where it can crash your game and cause issues, so don't go too nuts. Try and do it in moderation. So my last and final tip is about what you're wearing. Now I've got just sort of a basic armor on here. What you sell things for comes down to what you're wearing. So before you sell anything, I highly recommend you go into your apparel and you select something which increases your charisma. Now in my case, I've already put on the newsboy cap, because that increases my charisma by 1. I'm also going to put on the black rimmed glasses, which increases it by 1, and then I'm going to put on this Reginald suit, which actually increases it by 3. So before the purified water was 13, I think. So if we go and talk to the person now.
The whole place is run by robots. Looking for a weapon?
So if we go and barter, we can see how much that affects the purified water. And if you're selling a lot off, it does make a big difference. I know that mute fruit was 5 before, it's now 6, which doesn't sound like much, but if you're selling a lot off, it makes sense. Purified water is 16 now, so that extra 3 caps, so it was 3,200 odd, and now it's 4,048, so it makes a huge difference what you're wearing. If you can also drink alcohol to, I think, increase your charisma, if you're selling quite a lot off. But that's just my tips of getting a load of cash in Fallout 4, so you've got enough to play the game, really. I mean, you can do this without the exploit, certainly. I was doing that for the longest time. So yeah, so I hope that's been useful for people. If you like this channel, stay tuned for other how-to videos. Click that subscribe button, which will be somewhere down below, and also hit the bell for updates on what's coming out. I'll be doing some Fallout 4 live streams soon, so yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.